Hello students, welcome to the online lecture series for this UG degree program. Course code is your AE221, Agriculture Marketing, International Trade and Prices. I know in this tough situation we have to deal with learning in this way only, so I'm preparing lectures for that. Hopefully you will like it and cooperate with me. This lecture has been discussed earlier in the class also, but to start from the beginning, I'm repeating it again for you students only. So this lecture contains introduction, uh, what is marketing, what is agriculture marketing, its scope, its subject matter, challenges being faced, and problems, and what its prospects, what are the different markets, what are the dimensions of market on the basis of markets have been classified. Okay, so the very first thing, what is market? What do you understand by market? So the word market, it comes from the Latin word marketus, which means a sphere within which price determining forces operate. Or we can say a market is the area within which the forces of demand and supply converge to establish a single price. And the term market means not a particular marketplace in which things are bought and sold, but the whole of any region in which buyers and sellers are in such a free intercourse with one another that the prices of the same goods tend to equality easily and quickly. There are other definitions also, like market means a social institution which performs activities and provides facilities for exchanging commodities between buyers and sellers. So, economically, we can interpret the term market refers not to a place but to a commodity or commodities and buyers and sellers who are in free intercourse with one another. Okay, students, so very simple. Nowadays, we know, as we are also using this online platform to study, everything is digitized. Okay, so globally, we are into digital world. So market is not a single place. जैसे हम लोगों का लोकल मार्केट लगता है, हाट लगता है, कोई बाजार लगता है, सिर्फ मार्केट हम उसको नहीं कहेंगे. आजकल हम लोग ऑनलाइन शॉपिंग कर रहे हैं, इतने सारे ऐप्स अवेलेबल हैं, मिंत्रा, अमेजोन, फ्लिपकार्ट एंड सो ऑन. हम लोग उनसे कितनी चीज़ें ऑनलाइन ऑर्डर कर रहे हैं, तो वो सब भी क्या है, मार्केट ही है, जहाँ पे बायर्स और सेलर्स आप कोई प्रोडक्ट सिलेक्ट करते हैं, फिर उसके लिए पेमेंट आप करते हैं एंड देन यू रिसीव दैट प्रोडक्ट. So every mode where buyers and sellers are willing to exchange the goods and they are paying for that, okay, at a particular price, that is market. But as we are into agriculture, we are more concerned with agriculture marketing. So what is agriculture marketing? It plays an important role in the growth and development of farming and agriculture outputs essential for the rural development of India. As we know, agriculture is a main occupation of rural households. तो उस सेंस में हमारे लिए एग्रीकल्चर मार्केटिंग ज़्यादा इम्पॉर्टेंट है. व्हाट इज़ एग्रीकल्चर मार्केटिंग? हम कह सकते हैं द चेन, द एक्टिविटीज़ जो कि आपके प्रोडक्शन पॉइंट से, जहाँ पे फार्मर प्रोड्यूसर है, वो आपका प्रोड्यूस कुछ कर रहा है, कुछ भी कॉमोडिटी, वहाँ से लेके जब तक वो उसको बेच नहीं देता, ओके, कंजम्पशन पॉइंट तक, कंज्यूमर तक पहुँचने तक, जितनी भी एक्टिविटीज़ बीच में इन्वॉल्व हैं, जितनी भी एजेंसीज उन एक्टिविटीज़ को परफॉर्म कर रहे हैं, जितने भी एजेंट्स बीच में सर्विसेज अपनी फैसिलिटेट कर रहे हैं, उन सभी की स्टडी क्या है? एग्रीकल्चर मार्केटिंग है. The scope is quite complex and wide because there are various issues concerned with agricultural development and farming development. So scope of agriculture marketing can be defined through the functions served by it in pursuit of achieving the sustainable economic growth and development. ओके, स्कोप बहुत कॉम्प्लेक्स है, वाइड है. एग्रीकल्चर मार्केटिंग पे हमेशा बात की जाती है क्योंकि आज भी इसमें बहुत लूप होल्स हैं, बहुत कमियां हैं. तो सस्टेनेबल अगर आपको ग्रोथ एंड डेवलपमेंट फार्मिंग सेक्टर में चाहिए तो यू हैव टू स्ट्रेंथन द एग्रीकल्चर मार्केटिंग. Okay, next is meaning of agriculture marketing. There are different definitions given by different committees for agriculture marketing. First is given by National Committee on Agriculture, which states that it's a process of flow of agricultural and farming produced through the use of natural resources for the welfare of people. That is, it includes all such activities of primary production related to the agricultural or farming, which includes activities such as growing up or the raising of crops or cultivations of crops, harvesting and management of livestock. आप सब एग्रीकल्चर के स्टूडेंट्स हैं, एग्रीकल्चर पढ़ चुके हैं, आप सबको मालूम है कि एग्रीकल्चर में क्या क्या आता है. क्रॉप्स का कल्टीवेशन, लाइफ स्टॉक, डेयरी, पोल्ट्री, सब कुछ, फिशरीज, देयर सब्सिडरीज, सभी कुछ एग्रीकल्चर में ही इंक्लूड होते हैं. सो तो जो भी आप एंटरप्राइज ले रहे हैं उसमें जो भी एक्टिविटीज उसके प्रोडक्शन पॉइंट से लेके फाइनल कंजम्पशन पॉइंट तक है, उन सब की स्टडी, ओके, उन सब में इन्वॉल्व एजेंसीज के मार्जिन्स, प्रॉफिट्स, ये सभी चीज, उनमें जो प्रॉब्लम्स, इश्यूज आते हैं, ये सभी एग्रीकल्चर मार्केटिंग का पार्ट है. अकॉर्डिंग टू थॉमसन, agriculture marketing may be a study of all such operations related to agriculture production and the agencies conducting them in the movement of farm produced goods or agriculture produces from the farms to the final consumers and the effects of such operations on farmers, middlemen, agents and all those who are concerned with it. It is already defined what is agriculture marketing and this is the definition given by Thomson. जितने भी उसमें मिडिल मैन्स, एजेंट्स इन्वॉल्व हैं जो अपनी सर्विसेज प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं, उन सब का भी इसमें इन्वॉल्वमेंट है. नेक्स्ट इज फंक्शंस ऑफ एग्रीकल्चर मार्केटिंग. प्राइम फंक्शंस वी नो टू प्रोवाइड क्रिटिकल अपॉर्चुनिटीज फॉर द डेवलपमेंट ऑफ एग्रीकल्चर मार्केट्स, टू फैसिलिटेट द एक्सचेंज ऑफ एग्रीकल्चर इनपुट्स एंड आउटपुट, to provide means and ways for the development or formulation of agricultural policies for the benefits of farmers, consumers, buyers and sellers of producers, to ensure the implementation of agricultural marketing policies and agricultural development policies for the development of India. There are many functions of agricultural marketing. These are the basic one because it is important for formulating policies for the welfare of farming community as a whole and to facilitate the exchange functions because marketing is not only on the output side, it is also related on the input side, okay, backward as well as forward. Next is we know that difference between agriculture marketing and consumer marketing. As we all know, there is lot of difference between these two types of commodities, as agricultural commodities are perishable in nature as compared to consumer goods, and there is seasonality of production, there is bulkiness in the production because there is produced in large volume as compared to consumer goods which are produced in low volume. There is variation in quality of products because products quality used to vary on account of grading and standardization, and in consumer goods quality doesn't vary to a great extent. Nature of supply is highly seasonable in case of agricultural commodities as compared to consumer goods which are more consistent and continuous in nature. Size of holdings are very large and consumer in very small. The nature of production we know more affected by natural factors as agriculture operations are dependent on climate, and consumer goods are least affected by natural forces. Next comes the classification of agriculture markets in India. So agriculture markets are classified against several bases for the purpose of defining agriculture markets in India, and they are most commonly classified on the basis of degree of competition, geographical features or geographical coverage, then volume of transactions, nature of transactions. These are the different points on the different bases. Number of transactions, nature of commodities traded, stage of marketing, then extent of public services, mean government regulations, and location of markets. So on the basis of location, we can further classify markets into village market like we have in our villages, small hard type, and then primary markets, seaboard markets which are near sea, secondary markets, and terminal markets. On the basis of degree of competition, we have already studied in the first basic course of fundamentals of agriculture economics different markets and their characteristics. So perfect markets, we all know where large number of buyers and sellers exist, there is perfect knowledge, and there is heterogeneous product. And imperfect markets, we know imperfect markets, we have different markets like monopoly where there is only one seller, in duopoly two sellers, oligopoly means few sellers. Okay, and in monopolistic competition or monopolistic market we have product differentiation. On the basis of geographical areas we have international or global market like all these share markets and these digital marketing we are dealing with, these platforms are all international. Then we have local markets, the regional market according to the region, then village markets, national markets means within the boundaries of your nation. Next is on the basis of time spent. Short-term marketing means which persists for a very short period. Long-term marketing which are permanent in nature. And then secular markets which are permanent in nature. It's not scalar, sorry, it's secular. On the basis of volume of transactions, we all know there are wholesalers who used to sell the products in bulk quantity in large volume, and there are retail markets means retailers which are the most closely to the consumers, to the final consumers, which deals with less quantities of different products. Nature of transactions, we have spot market where immediate transaction occurs, immediate payment occurs. Then cash markets where cash transactions deals, and forward marketing like we made a contract between producers and some uh, like procurement company or some other company, like they used to make contracts like whatever you will produce we will take that, and that is forward markets means prices may be fixed before production. Nature of commodities, we know general markets in which every type of product you'll find, and specialized market like for particular product, like for jute we have particular jute market, for cotton we have particular cotton like cereal market. So these are specialized which deals with only one specific product. Stage of marketing, we know producing markets means where the producer produce the products, and consuming markets where consumers exist. Extent of public services means regulated or controlled markets. Regulated means the regulations or the norms, the rules laid by the government, and the markets which are under those regulations they are working according to them. And deregulated or free markets mean there is many malpractices being practiced and they are not following any norms or regulations, and there are very few. Most of the markets in India are regulated nowadays. Next comes the problems and challenges of agriculture marketing system in India. We all know what are the various problems being faced in agriculture marketing, and the marketing infrastructure involved in agriculture marketing consists of government, the agencies, its distribution support system or network we can say, then agriculture markets and their promotion institutes. The problems and challenges for the first time identified by the Royal Commission on Agriculture Marketing established in year 1928, and the various problems you already know, these are being mentioned here. You can have a look on this, and this is all about the first lecture for AE 221 Agriculture Marketing. Hope you liked it, and